Hello, this is Shredder and José from TC Electronic. Today we are at Tue Madsen's Antfarm Studios, where we're gonna do some comparison with the high-gain Ampworx models and the real amps. So let's go meet Tue and check out the studio. So we're here at Antfarm Studios, and what an awesome place. So we're gonna meet Tue, and he's gonna tell us a little bit about his studio also. Hello, Tue!
What's up?
Nice to meet you, man.
My name is Tue Madsen. This is my studio in here. I've been mixing, producing stuff all around the world for 20-something years. Worked with Meshuggah, Heaven Shall Burn, Black Dahlia Murder, Moonspell, Sick of It All. The list goes on, Halford.
Nice. And today we are doing some comparison with the Ampworx pedals and actually your amps that the Ampworx has been modeled after.
Yes.
So can you show us what's going on and how we're gonna do the whole thing, and also show us your studio?
Yeah, it's this way.
Yeah.
Here we have the live room. A couple of ISO booths for whatever you want to separate.
Yes. And of
Drums,
course,
vocals, guitars.
the wall of amps.
Yes. The old gates from when this used to be a barn, and I kept that as wallpaper.
Brings you back in time, I guess.
Yeah, I like to keep it that way. And in here we have the control room.
Yes.
And let's see if we can... My wall of amps is in the way a little bit, but this is where we will do our experiment.
Nice.
And compare that nice little pedal to my amp and see if we can hear the difference.
Okay, Tue. So we are gonna compare these Ampworx to the real amps today, but actually, you have some of the actual amps that these have been modeled after.
Yes, sir. This one is the 5150 behind me that I bought from Mirza from Nemec, if people remember Nemec, 20 years ago or something. And it's been with me ever since. It's a classic metal amp that has pretty much shaped the sound of modern day metal as we hear it today. I think if you ask around, the 5150 is probably, even though it's an Eddie Van Halen amp, it's probably on 80% of all metal albums made since Carcass or Machine Head or something started using it.
Okay, Tue. So before we do the comparison of the Ampworx pedals and your 5150, we need to find the sweet spot of the amp. So how would we do that in your studio here?
I set up a cabinet with a Shure SM57, which is pretty standard. I think that's a good way to go. And we're going to use my Dynamount to just find a good spot for it. And then we're going to dial in the sound on the amp that makes both you and me happy.
Cool. Let's get to it then.
If you just start riffing, then I'll move things around.
Yeah.
And when I'm happy, I'll ask if you're happy.
Yes.
How's
Cool,
that work?
Cool.
Let's try and twist the knobs on the amp a little bit.
Yeah, I'll just play again.
Yeah. I mean, Eddie said that if you leave everything at 12 o'clock, you're in a pretty good starting spot.
Yeah.
We're not that far away from that, but
cool.
How do you feel playing?
It feels awesome as well. We have some nice low end as well, but personally, I also like the little bit of sparkliness in the top. So yeah. I think this fits pretty good for me. Awesome. Sounds pretty good.
So then what's
very good, actually. Let's get to comparing it then, right? In that case, we need to introduce the way we are going to compare it. And for that, I need José to explain that to us.
So I got here the real amplifier. I have a V550, my computer, and the switch system. So I'm going to be able to perform measurements on both of them. And the point is to find exactly where the knobs of the V550 should be. The reason we have to do this is because the potentiometers in the real amplifier, in any real amplifier, analog, and there is a small tolerance, which means that if you buy 3 amplifiers, they're all going to be slightly different. And so where one maybe would be at 5, it's equivalent to maybe the next one at 5.5 or 4.5. The same things happen here. So by using this computer tools, I'm just going to be able to match the position of the knobs much faster than if I did it by ear, which you could, of course, do that at home, but it's just going to be much faster this way. So we have a matching set here now. The amplifier and the V550 are as aligned as possible. Give us your tones.
Okay, I'm just gonna riff away here, and you can maybe press the button, and let's
do that.
maybe it.
Start
Super.
riffing. This is very impressive. I have to say that in some positions in front of my monitors, I can't tell the difference at all. I can tell a little difference, like there's a slide more push to the low end on one of them.
Yeah, it's really pronounced when I chuck. Then you can hear just a little.
But the feel, the character of the thing, to me sounds the same. I don't know what it's like
I'll
playing.
just try to do a little bit of more open chords here, and let's see if we can tell a difference between the little bit higher frequencies here. So
you could fool me.
Yeah, I can't tell the difference. Maybe when chucking, but I can't tell which one is which.
No.
There might be, as you said, there might be a little bit of low end pushing here and there, but it's really awesome. Really awesome, José.
But the slight difference that we do here, José, why is that?
So this amplifier is right now loaded with a cabinet, a real cabinet, and that has a characteristic input impedance. This one is virtually loaded with a Marshall 4x12. So there's a small difference in the resonant peak of the actual speakers, and that translates into how the real amplifier plays. So it's unexpected, actually, difference. It's supposed to be there, and you are hearing a small difference in the bass precisely because of that. So you have good ears.
But I have to say that if I had to match it, I would give it a small bump in the low end, and I'm pretty sure I would be there. But for me, the most important thing is the feel. Does it feel like a real amp? Does it make you smile when you're playing guitar? Because that's when you will play better.
Yeah.
So that's the important thing for me.
Yes. When playing, and we have great studio monitors and a great setup here, and there's no difference in the feel and response I'm getting through the whole setup into my ears and through my hands. So I would say it's a perfect match. And we can try a riff a little bit away, and then maybe we can make a guess after we try a little bit more.
Yeah, let's try it. I think we're on the pedal now, but 0.5 change to one knob, I think it would be the same. But are we on the pedal now?
You are correct.
Oh,
so now we're on the pedal.
I think you know your amplifier very well.
I do. But, I could turn down a few knobs and it would sound like that. I'm pretty sure.
Yes. Awesome. Well, we guessed it. Unfortunately.
I mean, I've had tons of amps that are supposed to sound the same. I have 6 or 7 different Marshall JCM 800s that I compared, and none of them sound anything like each other. So this little bit of difference, I think I can live with.
That's good. Yeah, I think it's expected that there's going to be a small difference between, even if you went and bought 3 amplifiers, the exact same model, there's always going to be a tiny difference between them. So does it feel to you as a producer that there's the difference you hear between these two are sort of in the level of what you would hear between, say, 3 identical amplifiers, or is it different?
It does.
It's awesome. Great job.
Well, maybe we should wrap this one up and try out the Jim's 800 and see if we can do the same thing.
Sure.
Or if José can do the same thing.